What is happening, guys? It is Friday morning. It's 20 after 2. It's 10 degrees out, and we're heading into town to go get some snow plowed here. This is what happens after the storm passes and the wind swings out of the north. This is lake effect snow. It actually quit snowing from that storm about 4 hours ago. I came home at 10 o'clock last night after going ahead and plowing everything. We had about 6 inches on the ground last night. I plowed probably around 2 yesterday morning, so that's a total of 8. And here comes the lake effect snow, and we've certainly got another 2 on the ground. The roads are still a fucking abomination, but I've seen them worse. This really isn't all that bad compared to what I've seen in the past. So, you guys can't see a whole lot, and I'm just going to head around into town here, and I'll bring you back with a couple of places plowing later on. It's so damn dark here, I don't know how much you're going to see, and you're going to have to listen to the chirpy camera if I put it on the headrest. So I'll talk to you guys after a bit. See ya. Guys, we're back at the funeral home. I've been through all of these once last night at about 6 o'clock, so we only got 2-3 inches on them now. They're not too bad. We got 6 off of them last night, somewhere thereabouts. The only hang up is there's some serious drifts, and you guys will see that here in a little bit. I'm going to get 90% of this place done, and then go catch a driveway. At least that's the plan right now. I'm actually real close to being done here. I was conserving the old memory card here, because there's going to be more. I'm going to take you guys to the Habitat for Humanity resale store here later this morning after the sun comes up. That place is hit. They're not open till Saturday, so you know, no big deal. I should have got in there on New Year's Day. I pulled in there and I was going to knock it down. It probably had 3 inches of snow on it then. So now it's got a foot of snow on it, so it's going to be a bitch, but getting, knock on wood, I'm getting caught up now. And I've had enough sleep that I'm not beating my head against the steering wheel to stay awake and drinking crunk juice all night, because I don't like that kind. It sucks after drinking that stuff and then trying to go to sleep. I can usually fall asleep for about an hour, and then I wake up ready to kill somebody. So anybody who's ever went out and drank a bunch of Jaeger bombs or cherry bombs or anything like that with the old Red Bull back when those were super popular. I guess some people still drink them now, but that shit is nasty. Drink all night drinking it, but it definitely ain't good for the system. I quit drinking that shit a long time ago. Rot your guts out, among other things. So I'm real glad that I went out last night and worked on these places a little bit. I was tired, but it paid off in the long run, because I'm not kicking my ass here this morning trying to get these places cleared off. It's about 5:15, so I'm only about 3 hours into my morning. I got a bunch of driveways to do later, but got sort of a screwed up schedule. I got places that only get plowed if there's 4 or 6 inches, or some places that are only open once a week, but I'm thankful for the work I do have, so. here, but there ain't a whole hell of a lot I can do about it. I've been getting dicked over by having cars parked in other places, and I got a van parked over there that I think belongs to the flower shop, so that's kind of screwing the whole deal here. This fucking sweet gum tree here keeps whacking my truck. I go under it. The roof of this truck has got to look like Godzilla had his fingers run across it. That's one thing I hate about when you get an ice storm and the trees start drooping. That shit's dragging across your truck. There ain't nothing you can do. You got to get in there and plow the snow that was underneath it. I plowed a driveway, probably 10 years ago. We had a bad ice storm back in, let's say, 03. I'd never plowed this driveway before, and it went back through the woods, and the people didn't have their trees trimmed up real good to begin with. They must have drove fucking minis or something, because there ain't no way a pickup would even went through this place. The shit was dragging the hood of my truck going in and out. And I don't like that very much. We don't do a lot of pushing snow way out onto the turf, especially in these places that have nice lawns. That ground ain't frozen either. I got a place next door here that has a very tight quarters parking lot, and they have a gravel turnaround in it that I can push snow into. But the problem with it is it's not very much gravel in it anymore. And every time I pulled into it tonight, I could feel the front of this truck just sinking down. Make your ass pucker every time it happened, thinking, ah, shit, am I gonna be stuck on this time or what? But it's a driveway that with a kind of a side entry garage and parking lot. It used to be a house, and now it's a business. And I'm not allowed to push snow just straight in. I have to get it almost all the way in and then push it to the sides at the end of this driveway, and it's not wide enough to turn the truck in, so I have to use this little turnaround, and it's interesting to say the least. But I got it done, and it doesn't help that they've been parking a vehicle for sale in this small parking lot in front of that place. You don't know what the hell I'm talking about because I didn't run the camera over there, so. There we go. Try not to take the curbs off. Try to clean up against them the best I can here, but the fucking snow's so deep along the windrow I can't get it. Take the wings off for a couple of reasons. I don't feel like tripping over them riding in the bed of the truck, and I need them for saving time here. These wings make all the difference in the world if you don't have a set. I don't give a shit how big your plow is. You always take too big of a bite with it, and with these wings, it helps you hold just enough inside. Now, for wet snow, lose them, because you'll stop your truck dead in its tracks. You won't be able, it'll just start to lift the front of the truck up off the ground with the weight of the snow, so you can only do so much. Alright, well, what the hell, I'll finish this place. I only got about another 15 minutes here, so. We'll make a couple more pushes in here. My snow mountains everywhere, and we haven't had that many snows. These tight places like here where I have all these islands to deal with, it totally porks the whole situation. This place altogether is just a little over an acre of open parking lot, or not open parking lot, trapped parking lot. place like this on a 4-inch snow in about 45 minutes to an hour. But if I get anything deeper, it takes me about hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes. You can't get up any speed anywhere because there's obstructions everywhere. You can only windrow it so far, and then you're fishing the snow out from around the curbs because the shit's falling back in the parking lot. So if you're thinking about putting curbs in your parking lot, I suggest you don't, for snow removal purposes. They look nice. That's about it. They suck for everything else. Have to carry lawnmowers over them because there's no cuts in them. Is behind all the curbs, the dirt isn't up to the top of the curbs. They're they're about a 6-inch curb, so it's not like they're retaining any soil. They're purely aesthetic. Spot of the parking lot right here, fellas. They patched this back half of the parking lot about 5 or 6 years ago, and they got a big lip in it. There's no transition between the asphalt layers. It's just a jump. You'll hear it. There it is. That's real fun when you get a snow like this after it's been about 40 for a week. That asphalt starts coming up like tissue paper, and I really don't like that. I'm sure they don't either. I see my intruders that have been parking here. You can see the building back there for the retirement home. They got the idea last night when I was over here trying to plow, and I had a fucking car in here that was 10 feet off the edge of the parking lot. I could barely get through here. Can't even come close to pulling up to the edge. I don't know why the car had both the taillights fucking duct taped up on it and half bashed out. I don't know if they were worried about scratching their bumper or what. I don't wish any accidents upon anybody, but this kind of weather certainly can tend to provide some alternate income in the old bodywork category. I might do a video for you guys later today if I'm not too dog tired. I have a Gravely walk-behind tractor, probably mid-70s unit with the snowblower attachment on the front, the old school snowblower attachment from the 50s with like no shrouding around it or anything. It looks gnarly as hell, but I do a video of that thing if I can get it out. And start it up. I know it's got a bad battery in it. Do a little snow blowing video out at the shop with it. That thing will blow snow about 60 feet with the PTO in high range. It's only got a little 10-horse Kohler on it, which I rebuilt and all that, I don't know, 4 years ago, somewhere along in there. So we're gonna give this place a salt this morning too. I ain't gonna run the camera for it, but I didn't salt it last night when I was here because it seemed absolutely pointless. After getting another 3 inches on top of the snow that I pushed off earlier. Try and get it cut down as far as I can. It's a little The snow's kind of grainy almost. It's not icy, it's slick. I was going down one of our east-west roads, and the wind's been blowing out of the north all night since about, since about 6 o'clock yesterday. It's been hammering straight out of the north. And the drifts were to the center line of the road, which sucked because that meant I had to get into the oncoming traffic lane, but I couldn't get through the other side of the road to go plow out my customers' driveways. She leaves for work at like 6 in the morning. She has about a 40-minute commute to work. And I wanted to make sure I got it done before it got too late. And I got out there and got on her street, and I was like, holy shit. And then as I was coming back into the lane that was clear, I passed the damn garbage truck. And that was fun, to say the least. He was pushing snow with the grill of the truck. Had about I'd say a good 5-foot snowdrift across his lane, which was the lane I traveled in getting there. Plow was a little bit low on fluid this morning too. I had to add some fluid, and this thing doesn't leak. But when you are stacking snow a lot and running that plow up quick, it tends to, I don't know if it foams or what, but it doesn't seem to affect the operation of the plow, but it comes out the vent. I was having problems if I had my wings extended and those cylinders were full, that I couldn't lift the plow, and I thought the solenoid was sticking or the plug was loose. And that was not the case. What the hell, how did I miss that? Pecker trail. How the hell I did that? Oh, I know how I did it. I just drove across it, and I don't think it picked it up. I think it's got ice underneath it. Oh no, I got it. Alright guys, I'm going to cut you guys loose until I get to the Habitat for Humanity restore, and we'll do some plowing over there. See you then.